What's good? What's good, YouTube? YouTube, what's going on? Um, so here it is, part two, number two, episode two, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, your boy, the unknown celebrity, coming at y'all with another video. It's been a while since the first one. So, but on today, we're gonna try to do a little bit better than we did in the last one. Today we're going to talk about a few topics. We hope that we're going to spark y'all. The goal is to spark your interest and, have a little fun. You know what I mean? So for those of you who obviously don't know me, you also wouldn't know that I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I feel like it's important that I address the issues going on, not only with the team, but more specifically with one of the best players on the team, if not the best player on the team, Antonio Brown, and what's going on with him. Antonio Brown is a problem for all of the football fans that might see this and know what it is. Antonio Brown is a problem. He's been one of the, in my mind, he's the best receiver in football. He has been for the past 3 years. People can make arguments for other dudes that might think it's better than him, but he is unquestionably one of the best receivers in the game. And there's been a lot of drama surrounding homeboy. You know what I mean? Like, the Facebook Live post after a playoff win last year, you know what I'm saying? And, he had little issues with his contract, but, I don't even look at that as like a major issue because, there's a lot of players who have issues with their contracts. Khalil Mack had an issue with his contract and he's no longer with the Raiders. Duh. Like, the Raiders dropped the ball on that one. Fumble. But, yeah, so most recently, Antonio Brown has been having issues. He had a little flare up on the sideline, in their game, where they lost to they didn't lose to the Browns. They tied the Browns, but they ended up losing the game to the Chiefs. And this dude is like going ham on the sideline. I get it. You're a great player. I get it. You want to be a part of team success and you feel like you're an incredible part of making sure that the team is successful. I get that. But to what expense? Like, is it you above everybody else on the team, or is it you wanting to do better for your team? And I think that, and as thin as that line might be, I think that this dude goes over that line in a negative way. After the game was over, he didn't want to talk to the, he hurried up and skated out of the locker room, didn't give no interviews. And then days after the fact, you hear him making statements like, trade me. And he's pissed off because the team is not winning and all of that other stuff. I get all of that. I get all of that. And as a dude who is passionate and emotional, and I'll even go as far as to say I might be over emotional at times. So I can relate to a brother that does things in his emotions. You know what I mean? We shouldn't, but we are who we are. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's disappointing when you have a dude who is a professional, and a big part of what he does is winning games and losing games. And what's important is that you keep the right energy when you win or when you lose. Because when you lose, you're having an effect on your teammates if you don't want to talk to them. You only want to talk to the media when the team is winning. Like, come on, dog. Nah, you're supposed to talk to the media regardless, even when you don't want to. Yo, and I'm no fan of the media. Let's not get it twisted. I am no fan at all of the media. I really don't like the way they do certain things. And I get that they have an agenda, and they love to play on negative things, and they love to create drama. So I'm not a big fan of the media, but the media is a part of the whole deal. So to just get on some, we lost, I didn't get as many touches as I would have liked, and just run up out of the locker room, nah, man, I'm not with that. I think that's unprofessional. I think you should just step up to the plate, answer the questions, no matter how stupid they may be, no matter how much you might not want to, and keep it pushing, and keep that same energy for the next game, because no two games are ever going to be the same. The next game he might have 3 touchdowns, and he might, those 3 touchdowns might be the difference between winning and losing. So it's just a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. I'm not tripping. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Second topic. So not too long ago, a statement was made and a letter was written where the Hall of Famers, NFL Hall of Famers, have made a statement and decided that if the NFL don't step it up and create a better retirement plan for the players who are no longer playing, and more compensation for those players who are dealing with all types of issues that none of us who don't know what it's like to play professional football, we have no idea what it's like. But as a working man, as a union man, I have to say, I get where the Hall of Famers are coming from. I listened to an interview with Eric Dickerson this week. The great Eric Dickerson, who was a great running back during his time in the league. And he said Deacon Jones told him, Deacon Jones, another great player that was a little bit before my time, but Deacon Jones told him that his pension is $250 a week. I mean, $250 a month. My bad. $250 a month. So I get it. Deacon Jones played in a time where $250 a month was completely different than $250 a month now. But I still can't help but wonder, why would this man only be entitled to $250 a month when his play and the play from all the other great players in the league and the not so great players in the league as well? The NFL is filthy rich, not because of the owners, not because of the referees, not because of, the fans definitely play a significant role in the riches in the NFL. But the bottom line is, the product itself is the play. The play is the players. So how can you have a dude who played a significant role in the success of the league, and when he's done playing, after all the sacrifices that he made, he's only entitled to $250 a month? Come on, man. I'm a union truck driver, and my retirement is going to pay me a heck of a lot more than $250 a month. And while there might not be no legitimate comparison to myself and an NFL player, there can be some comparison, just in the sense of what's fair and what's not fair, what's right and what's not right. It's not right. It's not right for these dudes to sacrifice their body and put all that they put on the line and to play the game that they play that is incredibly violent. And yes, it's a choice and all of that. But at the end of the day, if they're only going to play to be entitled to $250 a month, or whatever that inflated number might be right now, come on, it's not enough. So I side with the players on this. I understand. Sometimes you have to do things that are unpopular, that are going to make people uncomfortable, that are going to flat out piss people off. But in order to get things changed and turned around, and to put to a point where you're doing just what's decent and what's right and what's fair, sometimes you got to take a stance. that's not going to be popular. Can't be worrying about whether it's popular or not. You can't worry about whether people like it or not. You just got to do what you feel in your heart is right in order to get certain things accomplished. So hopefully it won't come to Hall of Fame players, which they have threatened to not show up at the next Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Hopefully it won't come to that. But the NFL made $17 billion last year. $17 billion. Not million, billion. And y'all can't do no better by these players who are retired, who not only are they not getting no money, they don't have lifetime medical benefits. Not only do they not have lifetime medical benefits, the pension that's paying them is not a living wage. Nobody can survive on $250 a month. Come on, man. Let's just be all the way real with it. So I'm a working man. And while I will not compare myself to what an NFL player does, I will compare myself to them being the working man in that scenario, if it makes any sense. You feel me? It's like, okay, you got the owners, ownership, whatever, administration, whatever label you want to put on it. And then you have the workers. The NFL players are the workers. I'm going to side with the workers every single time. Because what's fair is for the workers to be acknowledged and compensated properly once it's all said and done. Makes perfect sense. Come on, hello. Last topic. Okay. So there's been a lot of talk and chatter going on concerning Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier this week, he asked for a trade. And so there's been a lot of drama behind that. You know, people had reactions to the trade. One of the people that had a reaction to the trade was Andrew Wiggins' brother, who basically was celebrating the fact that Jimmy Butler asked for a trade. And my thing is this, like, you know, I can only give the perspective that I can give based off of the information given to me. And the information that I've been getting is that Andrew Wiggins has no heart. Andrew Wiggins is one of the most talented players in the league right now. Like, I've watched him play. I think he's a really talented dude. But when you hear that he has no heart and then you see him play, they kind of line up, because this is a dude that I think if he really got to the point where he reaches max potential, like, yo, I think he could dominate games. But I have yet to see him dominate games. I see him do his thing in games. I've seen him score at a great clip and all of that. But I have never seen him dominate a game or take over a game. And I think he has the talent to do that. But I think there might be something to the fact that multiple people and multiple reports are saying that he don't have no heart. And I think Andrew Wiggins probably has more talent than Jimmy Butler. But one thing you're never going to hear is Jimmy Butler don't have no heart, because Jimmy Butler is all heart. Jimmy Butler is that dude that some of us might be able to sort of relate to, in the sense of what he lacks in talent, he makes up for in heart. So I think it's kind of a crazy situation. I don't know none of us know what's going to be the ultimate outcome. I don't know whether the Timberwolves are going to trade him or not. I just do know that it's kind of crazy that one of the better players on that team, who could be, I believe, an effective leader on the team, I think there might be something to the fact that Jimmy Butler is a little bit older and Andrew Wiggins is very young. Karl-Anthony Towns is very young. And there may be that disconnect where I know that a lot of the younger, I know that some of the younger people now, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear what older people have to say, and they view things in their way, and they see things the way they see things. So, I think there may be some disconnect there because of the difference in age and all of that. But I think if these young cats would just allow some of these older cats to put some wisdom and knowledge on them, and even show them tough love at times, even if they don't like what they're saying to them, if they could get past, the feelings, and see that ultimately, it's hard for me to believe that an older player on a team would say something to another player, even if they don't like what they're saying to them, and it not be to try to make them a better player, if that makes any sense. It's like, yeah, you might say something sideways to him, but it's only to try to motivate him and encourage him to really maximize his potential. That's just my take. You know what I mean? So that's where we at with that. So hopefully they can figure it out. I'm not a Timberwolves fan, but I'm a basketball fan. And, these are young black men doing their thing. Hopefully, cooler heads will prevail. And, there was some crazy stuff. There was some crazy talk going back and forth. Steven Jackson got involved with it. But at the end of the day, it's sport. It is what it is. And I just hope that, maybe, hopefully they can figure it out. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. We had a little turbulence with this one too. But we working. We working, kid. We working. So, part 2, Unknown Celebrity. Just wanted to share with y'all some thoughts. And hopefully it was interesting. And the goal is every single time that I come see y'all, it's going to get better and better. So that being said, I'm signing off. I did something different this time. I hope that the music came through. I hope that y'all got to hear my nephew, who I miss dearly, and who is a great artist. And, is just, unfortunately gone way, way, way too soon. So the world missed out on someone that could have really been a blessing in this rap game. But yeah, man. Unknown Celebrity signing off. Peace.